Hello again. It's still the 27th of October in 2023, and this next poem I'm going to share with you, poem number 60, is called Glorious Waste, and I wrote it on the 28th of August 2023. The world is changing massively, and it's a privilege to watch the history, the sociology, the history of a changing world. The last few years, from the Scottish referendum to the Brexit debate, on through to Putin's invasion of Ukraine, everything that's going on in the moment, the world is changing, the world is evolving, and there's a lot of darkness out there and people talking down society, and yet we need to look at society often, or life generally, from a half full perspective. A great example of that is the evolution or the development of AI, artificial intelligence, and it's going to make a hell of a difference to the world we live in a positive way, hopefully, but possibly as well in a negative way. But change is change, and you don't know how to change because change needs to be experienced before we can develop the ideas that evolve it, and we can have that foresight and consider the impact of things and possibly create legislation to make the world safer. But ultimately, all our lives end. Hopefully we leave behind a better humanity, or maybe just a better planet, or maybe that's delusional, but hopefully there is some form of purpose. And this poem is called Glorious Waste, and it was written in a moment when I considered not the futility of existence, because it's the learning process, and AI has an advantage over humanity because we learn and evolve, then in 60 years and 10 we cease to exist, and a lot of that learning, all of that experience it just dies with us. It might be archived in some form or other for future generations to access, for example through these YouTube poems, but the world will go on. But it just struck me is what a waste. I wish I could transfer the knowledge of 60 years on this planet to my son, because it's fascinating watching him. He is me, a mini me. Yes, that was a reference to Austin Powers. But this poem is called Glorious Waste, and it's about our mortality, really. So anyway, this poem number 60, Glorious Waste, written on the 28th of August 2023. What a glorious waste, 60 years of life, dealt with and processed through joy and some fear. Experiences learnt well, and knowing more now, then ages downsiding, death, the glorious waste. I'm going to read that again. Glorious waste. What a glorious waste, 60 years of life, dealt with and processed through joy and some fear. Experiences learnt well, and knowing more now, then ages downside, death, the glorious waste. Oh, mortality. Anyway, life is a privilege. AI, it has an advantage. It's not standing on the shoulders, it's just constantly evolving itself. And maybe that's what humanity needs. Learning that doesn't take 2 steps forward and 1 back, which seems to be the human condition. Anyway, bunny out.